Hey everybody, this is Core EDC. I'm going to do a few knives that I have by Artisan. I'm going to start out the first one. I actually have a total of 4 that have the nice Artisan bags. I'm trying to see which one I want to pull out first. I reckon I'll pull out the one I got first. This is the Artisan Waistline. Absolutely beautiful knife, sort of a dog bone style, big at each end. Oh, my lighting sucks in here, doesn't it? I need to get a different light. Beautiful blade shape, done in sort of a satin stone wash. Has the nice custom bolster, pivot screw bolt, completely open through, flow through design. It has the deep carry, somewhat deep carry clip. Still have about a thumbnail's portion sticking out of the pocket when it's in the pocket. We're looking at, my hand is 3.5, so we're looking at almost a 4-inch blade. Actually, we can say that it is about 3 and a little shy of 3/4, maybe 5/8 of cutting edge, and 7/8 total overall length. Nice G10 contoured. Very nicely done. The Artisan Waistline. Has a nice cutout for it to be able to close. The clip is reversible for right or left carry. Blade material on this one is D2. You can see right there, D2. This is a China knife, so the D2 is probably subpar, but still a nice looking knife. Opens really well. Has a nice D10 on it. Feels good in hand, feels the hand up. Just a really nice looking knife. It does have a nice little sharpening choil there. This does ride on bearings. Takes up minimal pocket space. I do really like the black G10. It has some texture to it. Not a lot, but it does have a little bit of grip to it. And the overall shape of the blade, not the shape of the blade, the shape of the frame, how it slenders itself in the center and ramps out to bigger on each end, gives you a good purchase in the hand. There is no skeletonization on the liners. They are solid, but the knife's not very heavy. And this isn't really a review. This is just a show and tell, like most of my videos. I'll do things later in the future, maybe. I keep saying that, don't I? There's plenty of other guys out there who do much better reviews than me. I'm just showing you what I got and showing you what I'm interested in. And that's about it. Blade centering is spot on, right down the middle, right down the hatch. It does if you look at it, the centering here is good where my thumb is, but as it goes up, there is a little bit of, it does ride this side a little bit on the liner. But for some reason it looks right and holding it at the right camera angle, because I'm filming with a phone and not a true dedicated camera. But seeing this, I really liked it. Sort of reminds me of the CRKT, I think it's called Crossbones or Jumbones, or sort of like that, but instead of the aluminum handles, this is in G10 and stainless liners. Artisan seems to make quality products from what I can tell. This one has maybe seen 2 or 3 days worth of pocket time, but not enough to really substantiate and give any real informative feedback on how well it performs, besides cutting some boxes and tape, maybe slicing an apple. Not a lot of use, but that is the Artisan Waistline. I really like the velveteen velour bags, which they really hold lint and hair, but they're really nice quality done. It has the Artisan moniker, the logo there. That's really nice. I like that a lot. And it has the pretty nice drawstring gold little braided knots there. Okay, what do we have here? This is another little oddity that I've had for a period of time now. And this is their automatic Balisong Tool. It's pretty nifty. This has the carbon fiber scale, G10 scales, with a little lock at the back and a push button. So it's not a very authoritative, or you can manually open it. You can keep it closed and open it. It's not real quick. Has some wrench tools there, a little slot bottle opener, pry bar, screwdriver, tip, wedge tip, and a scale, a little ruler on the top line of it. It's hard to get into focus on this. I'm having to look through the camera to see it. But it's not a bad little tool. Again, it's one of those things to where I haven't had much use for it. And this is done in 440C. I watched another reviewer of this knife, or this utilitarian type tool, that if you open it and press the button, it'll close it in reverse. It closes, which is sort of weird. It closes harder than it opens, which I don't really like. This is one that I will probably pass on or give to someone as a gift that might get more use out of it than me. It's a nice tool. These can be had for a reasonable price. You know, you could probably even sharpen either edge and make it into somewhat of a useful knife tool, depending on the legality of it in your state. I do not recommend doing that, but it could be done. It's nice, solid construction. It feels good and rigid. Just a good little knife, or a good little multi-use tool, EDC. So with that being said, Let me close it back up. See, it doesn't have an authoritative thud. Listen to that. It's slow, like slow motion. But you know, it's a Balisong, and I don't have the space to do any of the twisting and flipping, which I am not a Balisong guru. You know, I know enough to hurt myself. That is the Artisan Balisong Tool. There's a name for it. I don't know what it is. Just doing show and tell. This is, of the 4 artisans I have, this is my favorite, I believe. This is the Artisan Wren, W-R-E-N, Wren. It's very similar to the CRKT Pilar in the shape per se, not necessarily the blade, but the forward finger choil and the way it feels in the hand. Of course, it's different materials in the Pilar or than the standard Pilar. Has a very nice, heavy textured G10 with a very large lanyard hole. You know, you could fit some paracord 550 through there very easily. It has an extreme deep carry pocket clip that works really well in and out of pocket. Feels really good in hand. I mean, just it feels the hand up, has a nice feel to it, very grippy. I really like this a lot. You know, you got the forward hold on it. You know, you could grab and do some fine work. Nice pointy. It's got a fuller groove along the top that I like. And this is also in D2. It's got a little dirt on it. I've been using it. Yeah, this is a nice little knife. I like it. The clip is reversible, I believe. There is not a cutout in this area here. And you can almost see where the screws look like they're lifted in the back, but they are tight. They're not loose. I think that's just the way the clip is rolled. It looks like it's lifted a little bit. But the clip should be available to reverse to right or left carry. It closes really well, opens very well. You can gravity flick this knife. Well, it's not want to do it to me now. Maybe I got it confused with one of my other knives. Let's see. Yeah, I have it confused with the one that's left. You cannot gravity flick this unless you have a supreme wrist action that I do not possess. The centering on this is really nice. The one thing I like about this knife is sometimes when I hold a knife and I flick it open, if the blade ratio to handle ratio takes up the full amount of the frame, sometimes it makes it hard if you've got a jacket on or a pair of gloves with a cuff or something that sometimes roll over into this area here. Because we have the blade ratio on this knife, you can see the tip, you know, roughly half a finger knuckle or finger joint of area. So the blade ratio is not great on this, as some people say. But I like the fact that it's built that way. So, you know, just a lovely knife, sharp out of the box. It is cut away in this area here to allow your thumb to get in there. And I believe it feels like there might be a little bit of a detent ramp there. I have not had this knife apart yet, so I don't know yet. Again, this is Chinese D2 steel, so I'm sure it is subpar. But the action that this knife will be getting, I'm fine with resharpening it. If it cuts 120 pieces of 120 feet of cardboard, you know, that's good for me. It might not even cut 100. I don't know. Haven't seen a lot of cut tests done on Artisans. I do have a Rockwell tester at work. If I can get access to it, I'm going to start doing some testing on a lot of my knives. Getting the use of it is a little bit of a struggle. But if I can, I will. Again, this is the Artisan Wren. Blade length on this is a little less than 3 inch, and cutting edge, you're probably talking about 2 5/8 maybe. Let's see, we got 10 there. So cutting edge, yeah, about 2 5/8, not quite 2 3/4. Overall blade length to the hilt, we're looking at about 3 inches. So, you know, all the way to there. So, the Artisan Wren. Really like that one. And I like the waistline too. So, between that one and that one, they're my favorites. Now, last is just a beast of a knife. You almost need to have suspenders on to carry this baby. Super heavy. I do not have a scale in me, but it's probably about 10 pounds. No, I'm joking. It's easily 6 ounces, I guess, at least. It's heavy. Of course, we got brass scales, stainless steel liners, deep carry pocket clip with another functioning lanyard hole option for the 550. You can see that this blade is a very large blade. It has a lot of different swedging and different cutbacks on the back side of it. We have a nice big aggressive flipper here with some good jimping there. A big old cleaver, and it's done in a nice stone wash type blade. Almost a mix between a satin and a stone wash. It's not a heavy stone wash. It has a nice sort of a orange bronze back spacer washer behind the pivot area there. The moniker, the nicely done on both sides. This is also done in D2. Of course, it's China D2. There is some skeletonization on the liners to cut back on some of the weight. Just a really nicely done knife. Feels really good in hand. It has some beveling and chamfering contouring on both sides. It does have cutouts in the liners. You can see it's been beveled here to allow for, so you don't have a sharp corner when you go in there to close it. This one here is very easy to gravity open. Just feels really good in hand. This one here feels good in the pocket. I do like a heavy knife. I always have. But you know, that's just me. You know, this thing here is a drop shut. It's hard to show the drop shut because it's so heavy. The blade is so heavy. But this is the Osprey, the Artisan Osprey. And they also offer it in copper and G10 and carbon fiber. This is brass. And patina, brass patinas a little differently than copper. Copper is a little more faster oxidation rate when you touch it with your handles and stuff. So you can see that this one here has some slight patina oxidation going on to it. But it's really nicely done. I really like it. Well, guys and girls, that's it for Garacore EDC in this video shoot. I hope y'all have enjoyed my artisan collection. They are varied from piece to piece. I have 4 knives, and all 4 are very different from each other. I thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe, like, comment, put bells on. I thank you for your time and your interest and your comments and your kind and thoughtful words. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down too. Give me a heads up. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. If I ain't doing something, you know, I'm not out here trying to be a professional. You know, I'm not going to be that guy that gets 7.62 million subscribers. I may never reach 1,000, but I'm fine with that. I'm just going to do this day by day. I'm still recovering from surgery. I've made it 1 week back. Tomorrow will be my 2nd week back. I seem to be progressing. I'm just so stiff, unbelievably stiff, but I'm going to persevere. I'm going to keep my nose to the ground and keep going and keep moving on, trying to live the American dream and be a good dad and be a good husband and provide for my family and work an honest day's pay for honest day's work. Honest day's work for honest day's pay. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. God bless America. God bless our country. Thank you for watching. And y'all take care now. Bye.